But mechanization in mining is seen by some of the sector as a way to make the sector sustainable and improve productivity. The Chamber of Mines says it is a step to broader modernize mining and eliminating risks. While labor unions are for efficiency and safe mining, they are worried about machines being introduced to replace.
Mechanization has its pros and cons. South Africa has some of the deepest mines in sectors like gold, and machines will be best suited to reach these depths. That's because the deeper underground you go, the hotter and more dangerous it gets. Among its advantages, experts say more mechanization would push up productivity.
The pros for mechanizing is removing people from danger. That's got to be the number one thing. Another big plus for mechanizing in a gold mine or a platinum mine is if we can mine continuously. At the moment we blast, and that means we stop all our mining operations, everybody leaves the mine and we blast. If we can mechanize, we can run our operations 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that will greatly improve our productivity. Just generally, mechanization leads to higher levels of productivity.
The mining sector endured a crippling strike earlier this year. Demands for higher wages brought the platinum sector to its knees. Labor representatives believe the seemingly increased drive towards mechanization is as a result of the labor turbulence.
In the late 70s, the industry was employing direct 800,000. After our strike of 1987, which lasted 21 days, 50,000 jobs were shed. And immediately they started to introduce some form of mechanization. And they have continued that. Recently with the Russian strike, they are actually accelerating introduction of mechanization. You can see it's a clear response by capital, a fight back in a way for organized labor to embark on a strike action.
The reason why these mines want to move towards mechanization is because they want to make a lot of profits and with a reduced workforce. So as a union, we are opposing to any movements that will result in the workers in South Africa to lose jobs.
The Chamber of Mines says the modernization of mines is a process that has been in progress since 2011 and not a response to labor instability.
Clearly what has been highlighted by the strike is the expectations of people and also of the workers in terms of higher salaries and so on. And one way in which we can deal with that is to make sure that we increase the productivity, the improved asset utilization. So use the resources that we have, the mining resources that we are so blessed with as a country, to use that better, and also to just use our equipment to use that better. In that way we can up our productivity, and in that way we can also pay higher salaries.
The Chamber of Mines says a Centre of Excellence will be launched in November to promote modernization of mining, providing training and research on the way forward. It seems, however, that not all players are on the same page on the way forward.
The unions is 100% part of the development of the Centre of Excellence. They are 100% committed behind this vision that I spoke about. What they have been emphasizing, very important, when we've been talking about the Centre of Excellence, is they talk about the developmental state of training. So they're saying we need to continuously be looking at ways in which we can improve the lives of the workers through capacity building and through training.
We are not aware of such. And the problem with Chamber is that they tend to do things their own way without engaging the unions, in particular AMCU. We don't know, maybe it's something which they have planned together with their close unions, which are NUM, Solidarity, and UESA, whom they always sit and plan things. They haven't informed us, they haven't took us through that school of excellency, so we are not aware.
We have stakeholder platforms. The government, especially the DMR, labor, and mine producers. We need to have a framework of dialogue, which there would be proper consultation in the nature of introduction of mechanization in relation to the licenses. And remember that in the license acquisition, the companies pledge that we will employ X number of workers. But normally when they introduce mechanization, they don't inform the license giver, and therefore that's why the stakeholder forum should actually be a platform where there can be proper consultation and be consensus what type of mechanization should be introduced and what type of mechanization should not be introduced.
Parties agree that there are not enough skills in the country to ramp up mechanization in the country. It's believed while mechanization would cut down fatalities, it will change the nature of jobs in mining, moving jobs from underground to the surface and requiring more skilled labor. Gloria Sofako, SABC News, Johannesburg.